Okay, well, my name is January Ferrier. I am an administrative assistant to Brandy Kozakowski, who you've seen on here before.
I'm Denise Thursby. I'm the manager of administration for HGA, and welcome to our next sim session.
We are administration. That's what we do.
And
Or admin.
Yeah, we're admin. We do
We're
a
admin.
little bit of everything in the office. So I guess we're going to go through what we do, give you a behind-the-scenes tour of what HGA Group admin do.
Yeah, well, I just report to Brandy, so my job is more direct, HGA Wealth and Estate Planning. So she's my boss, and how I got to HGA is actually she works with my husband. So she was looking for an assistant and worked with my husband, and then I was like, hey, I'm looking for a job. So I'm licensed too, so I didn't want to do the advisor route. I didn't want to go and sell insurance. I didn't want to do all that. So being licensed life advisor, I can actually put through contracts. I can end contracts. So it was actually a perfect match. So when I started with Brandy, we met over lunch, and I think that was it. It just started. So I deal directly with her, but then what's nice about it is like I can actually walk around and talk to the whole department of all HGA, because there'll be some questions in CPA, there'll be some log questions. I don't know the answers. So instead of an email or anything, I just get up and actually walk around and I talk to people. But if I don't know the admin questions, like office tools, Denise, you've been my girl to go through that stuff, because I'm like, what's that?
Why? What? When?
Is there a central software? There is. Oh, tell me about it. Well, yeah, so that's in a nutshell what I do on a daily basis. Mostly, I think, is hounding people are my main job, and hounding them, I mean by like contacting them, recontacting them, email, phone call, just trying to get some information. So I know you deal with that daily as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So on our side, we're CPA, specifically the ANA side, which probably won't mean much to most people. In our world, it's just a slight differentiation between our chartered accounting section. So we do all of that. We deal with all the clients, getting the documents out for signature, politely hounding them to sign their documents and return them in a timely manner so I can e-file returns on time.
That's super important.
That's super important, because nobody likes to get the penalty from CRA because something hasn't been filed on time. Least of all me. I don't want the client calling and being like, what happened? It didn't get filed on time. I'm like, that's on me.
Yeah, because you have to deal with people before you to get all of that in order. And if the clients are pulling their weight, and then at least everything can be done on time. But it starts there. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So we need to start the process. We need to get the documents out to the clients in a timely manner so that they can review them and they can make sure that they're okay with the numbers before obviously we go ahead and file with CRA. It's like, hey, surprise.
Right.
We filed this return with CRA and you're not really quite sure what's in it. Cool.
I know. So like same with life insurance too. Like you can apply and get it approved, but if they don't sign off on that, it's not in place.
Yes.
So you could be living your life and something could happen, God forbid, but then because they didn't close it and place the documents, then it's not valid.
Yes.
So it's always like you did the first application part, but you're just like, hi, it's me again. I need to finish it up in this nice little bow before it's actually like in force and able to be like put into place. So
signed, sealed, and delivered. I need the signed so I can seal and deliver.
Yeah, I wish there was like one like software where we can all combine in things. So in a lot of times where I was just getting to know clients' names, they were already a client of CPA.
Yes.
So I just had to say a name and you already knew. You're like, oh yes, I know that. Oh, yeah, you want to talk to the wife or you want to do this or don't go on their like office email, try this email or something. And then was able to see all that kind of stuff, and it was helpful.
And that's the super handy part of being part of the HGA group, is that we have that conversation between the two of us or anybody else on the admin team for that point. It's like, hey, like this client client here. We're trying to contact them. Or is this the email address that you have? Oh, we have a physical mailing address update,
Yes.
because you've given us those a lot of times. And it's nice that we have that consistency and that flow through the different groups that we actually deal with. It makes it so much easier for our clients and for us.
Yeah. Also, I think when I go through calendars too, I can be like, hey, this person's coming in. Do you need them? And like, yes, actually, we need to sign this thing. So it's easier to like, when I'm in multi-departments, I can coordinate all together to be like, okay, look, they're dealing with law, they're dealing with CPA, wealth. Okay, they're all coming in Tuesday. Like, let's just get this one piece signed. And you're like, poof, easy. I didn't have to like contact them to book anything.
Yeah. Like, I think that's one of the mottos, like 6 meetings in one.
Yes.
Which is super nice because, we can get all that stuff done. If you have a meeting with the clients and they come in, then it's like, oh, we'll sneak in these documents. Maybe not sneak. We'll add these documents in, or somebody from CPA is going to talk to them already.
Yeah, we do that a lot, actually.
We do.
Yeah, bounce off of law, or even they've come to see the partners or something. It's like, hey, let's, like, Brandy would like a quick hi or something. And then that led to like, well, we already have a meeting next set up. And I was like, perfect. Like, you just need them to all chat first and then be like, hey, give me the instructions. I'm ready to go, ready to book, ready to like do the next meeting.
Let's do this thing.
When is your busiest season? Like, I know tax season's very busy. Like, do you have like a month that it's like, don't come to Denise? She's super busy.
April is all personal income taxes, except for anybody that's self-employed. That bumps them to a June 15th. April 30th is busy. Okay. Everybody's trying to get their personal income taxes filed. So A, they can get a refund, or B, they get to owe the government some money.
Right.
And June 30th is all of the December year ends. Corporate year ends have to be filed by June 30th. And for very good reasons, a lot of clients pick December 31st as their year-end date. It's logical.
Yeah.
So then we have a massive rush trying to get all of that filed. And then, of course, the next day is Canada Day, which we have off. So it's like, it's chaos and it's just crazy and we survive. And then we get the day off to recuperate. Right. And then we come in on the second and we're like, okay, let's clean this up now.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens if they don't make the deadline?
We file late.
Okay.
Depending, so there's different rules for corporate and personal. If you end up owing taxes, if you don't owing taxes, but it's always better to file late than to not file the return.
For sure.
We don't want to do that. So it's okay. If we file late, we file late. Life happens, right? Like stuff happens.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they just don't get their information in time. So we have no other choice but to file late. Right. Or something's happened. It's
so
like,
them
okay.
communicating.
Then communicating. Yeah. It's like, hey, just heads up, this is going to be late. I'm like, okay, so this is perfect. I'm not hounding either the manager to find out if we're going to file it on time or trying to get a hold of the client. And the client's like, I already told them that I'm filing late.
It's like the open communication. Like,
absolutely.
We just need to know. Like, the simplest thing, or, that's how I find out kids, like, they're having babies and things. I'm like, oh, well, like, great to know. Like, so obviously very hands full at the moment, but like just a quick note for me, I'll come back in like 4 or 5 months from now then, It's
like, I can wait on this. Trust me, like this does not take precedence right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Or even just like a merger, or they're like switch jobs or different roles. It's like, okay, that's all I needed to know. Like totally on board. But then it's like, oh, did you know, Denise, that these people are so and so and so and so?
Yeah. It was like, don't contact. Oh, that's why I haven't heard back from them. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, they just bought a new house. I'm like, ooh, let me update the address.
Right? Because it's not just that. Then if they have like contracts, insurance, well, if there's a claim to be made, we need to get a hold of them. So the address change should be on the list of things. If you are moving, to update your life insurance policies in case something happens.
That's your piece of advice for the day?
For sure, because you just never know. And
that's true.
Like, great. We just don't want bounce back mail to come back to be like for our way of knowing that you've moved.
Right.
So that's all. We just need to know information always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything for now. Check out the next sim session.